Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to the
Hello,
First and
everyone.
10. Welcome to the NFL First and 10 podcast, episode 2. A lot of stuff happened this week. Number one being this
Yeah.
pretty crazy back cover of the Daily News today. They already got this guy as Broadway Joe. Well,
Yeah.
excuse me, Broadway Zach.
Yeah.
How
But
you
there's-
doing today, bro?
I'm
How you
good.
doing
I'm
today,
good.
brother?
I'm good. But there's also been Broadway Gino, Broadway Sam, Broadway Chad. I like the one. I wish I would have brought it with me. I like the one. I heard somebody say it. Zach's Fifth Avenue. That's the one. That's the one we're gonna go with.
I like that. That's a good one.
So,
What do you got? What do you think about all this week?
you know what? My honest opinion: the kid could throw. I'm not gonna lie. The kid's got
Yeah,
it done.
He slung it around.
Yeah, but my belief is that when these guys reach this level, they're a special breed anyway. They should have great pro days. They should have clean pro days. Like, we shouldn't be all impressed by these pro days. This is what these kids were trained to do. They should be smooth pro days. And you know what? You're throwing to an empty receiver. So of course the passes should look nice. They should look fresh.
There's nobody coming at you.
No.
Okay. I mean, what are you gonna do when you're getting the rush from both sides?
Exactly. You're in a perfect environment. Of course, these throws should look. If they don't look pretty, then you're not the level that we think you are.
Yep.
You know, and like I said yesterday, I said it a few days ago. You know, go back and watch the Sam Darnold pro day. The kid threw in the rain, did not gripe, did not complain, did not cancel. But yeah, let's run him out of town. He's the worst. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I know. Listen, like I said, this was the cover of the Daily News this morning.
Mm-hmm.
3 years ago, they had Sam on the back cover with the same caps. He was
yeah.
Broadway Sam, you know.
Yeah, they did it with Broadway Gino, Broadway Brownie Nago, Broadway Chad. You know what? Daily News, get a little creative now.
You got a long way to go to get to this guy.
Exactly. And now listen, I'm sitting here, and like I heard Jerry Seinfeld once said, you don't root for the player, you root for the jersey. And he's 100% right. I'm not going to sit here and tell you if we draft Zach, I'm putting my Jet allegiance, I'm out of here, I'm done. No, I'm not. I'm still going to be a Jet fan. I'm still rooting for him as
always.
Quarterback. That's what I do. I mean, I've been doing it for 45, 46 years. I'm not going to change now.
With the crap we've been through and the agonizing, gut punch wrenching games, kicked in the teeth, how many times?
Exactly.
Whether it was Bernie Kosar and the Browns and Gastineau's late hit,
yep,
or Keith Byers fumbling the ball,
or the mud bowl where Richard Todd couldn't throw the ball more than
the AJ Dewey Bowl. The AJ Dewey Bowl.
Yeah, the AJ Dewey. I know, the Killer Bees that year.
That's right.
Here's what I want everyone to know, and I know they know because I read everything. Unless we build a wall, it doesn't matter who the quarterback is.
That's what I say. What I say. It's hard to throw. It's hard to throw when you're on your back.
Exactly. And I did hear that this might be just one guy's opinion. This is a deep O-line class. But what are the chances are we draft Zach Wilson at 2, and then we go O-line 23, O-line 34, and O-line 66? What are the chances the Jets are going to pick 3 O-line in a row? And then what are the chances 3 of them stick?
You know, our offensive line for the last few years has been like a revolving door. Shuffle them in, shuffle them out, shuffle them in, shuffle them out. So, I mean,
ridiculous.
Thank God for Becton last year. I mean, at least we got
and you know what?
Left tackle.
And I agree with you. And if you want to nitpick, if you really want to nitpick, Becton looked like a rookie, what the Raiders did to him.
Oh, yeah, sure he did.
And there are some games he gets beat so bad you can't believe he's this tower of power. And he's still a great player, and he got beat.
Yeah, I know.
You know? So you want to tell me, it's a deep O-line, we could get 3 O-linemen. what are the chances we get 3 O-linemen and they stick? And they stick.
Hmm.
You know?
It's almost like, see, that's why I wish we would have been more active in free agency with these O-linemen.
Something. I mean, it's the one position we needed, and he did not do it at all.
That's right. That's right. And I mean, you're taking these O-linemen in the draft, you might as well roll the dice, you know?
Exactly.
So,
exactly. And no, and we're not saying that's his game plan. He's going to take Wilson at 2 and then O-lineman the next 3. Chances are he's not doing that.
right, of course.
So where does that leave us? Unless he's crossing his fingers that some O-linemen, and it could happen, are going to get cut, are going to, pay cuts and not make their squad or whatever. And then he's going to pick up. But then again, he's picking up all the other trash again.
Right. Exactly. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean.
But I mean, I like some of these other signings we did. Tevin Coleman, the running back from the Niners, that was good. I mean, we could always use a run. But my favorite is Vinny Curry from the Eagles.
Vinny Curry, and if Sheldon Rankin stays healthy, woohoo!
You know what that D line is going to be like?
Oh, I know. But on the back end, all that's back there is Marcus May. Are we as Jet fans supposed to believe Bryce and Bless Austin is our future?
No. And what good is that D line if the back end doesn't give them time to get to the QB?
Yeah.
Because they can't cover anybody.
Yeah. So
I mean, with that kind of D line, a good offensive coordinator or QB is going to see, not a 2-step drop. Boom, boom, boom. Get it out of my hand. Because we don't have anybody that can cover.
Exactly. You can't bank on that. Our front 7 is going to be so dominant that it doesn't matter who the back 4 are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
At this point, why don't they resign Brian Poole?
Good question.
He's out there. Or the Steelers just cut Steve Nelson. Go after him.
Yes. Yeah. I guess they're going to go and try to pick somebody up in the draft. I don't know. Because I mean, right now.
All right, and then so let's say so you play Joe Douglas. You're the GM. What number do you pick the cornerback up? Do you go cornerback 23, or is that too high?
That's too high.
So where do you go cornerback?
Good question.
66?
Maybe.
So then you go
again, to me 23 is too high. You're better off.
Where do you go at 23? Because pretty much 90% of these draft enthusiasts have us taking a running back.
Oh, come on, man.
I agree with you.
If you draft Wilson at 2,
yeah,
you got to take a lineman. You have to.
Yeah. So do you take all right? So you take the O line at 23. That's one. So you got him, Becton, Fant, and McGovern. You're still. I mean, Fant was serviceable. I don't know if he's the guy you want at the end. I don't know. Because we know Lewis is not, and we know Van Roden is not.
Mm-hmm. I know.
So,
I mean, like last year, all they did, they kept trying different combinations. I mean, of course, we know that they didn't know what they were doing either.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, if you take an alignment at 23, you got Becton and whoever it is, okay? Mm-hmm. Then I would mix and match during preseason. Mm-hmm. Hopefully we get a preseason this year. I would mix and match and see what, you never know. You could get a line that clicks together.
Yeah. Or we get some OTAs where these guys could gel and really rub elbows together.
Yes.
So let me ask you a question now. Because I heard this everywhere, and this is another thing that was pissing me off. I hear people saying, we already know the Jets are taking Zach Wilson. It's a foregone conclusion because the 49ers are picking 3.
And I heard they moved up to 3 for Trey Lance.
Is that what you heard?
That's what I heard.
Now, I heard Rich Cimini say this morning in his article that it's naive of us to believe that the 49ers didn't reach out to the Jets. Hey, Rich, Adam Schefter was the one who, to me, is a god. He's the reason why everyone has a job or does what they do, because he's the king of this. He said they didn't reach out to 49ers. So then
the 49ers say they didn't reach out to the Jets.
So Schefter must be naive. And this is what I responded to Samini. So you're telling me Schefter is naive to let us believe that the 49ers didn't reach out. Here's the other thing I don't like.
And if they did reach out, why would they say they didn't?
Exactly.
What's the game? What's the game? They already moved to 3. Exactly. It's a done deal already. So yeah. We talked to the Jets. They just wanted to stay put.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. And I like the one where, the Eagles wanted to move up to get number 2, Zach Wilson, but the Jets didn't want to trade. Maybe the Jets didn't want to trade because your package wasn't good enough.
I heard something about the Eagles tried to move to 3, but only if they could get Zach Wilson.
Yeah, yeah. And when they didn't, and when they were told they weren't going to get him, everyone assumed the Jets are getting him. I think what happened was the Eagles wanted to move up to 2, and the package wasn't good enough. Now, maybe Joe Douglas is overstating what he wants for this package, but you know what? After the Justin Fields Pro Day, we're going to really see what team. The Falcons are quiet right now.
And let me tell you, nobody's talking up Fields, really.
No, not yet. But we'll see his pro day on Tuesday or Wednesday, and there'll be another discussion of him moving up the charts or moving down the charts. I read an article from a Falcon beat reporter who said that he doesn't even want Zach Wilson on the team. He's hoping his Falcons don't even draft Zach Wilson. Again, everyone has their opinions and they're entitled to it. But for Jet beat writers or for writers in general, or schmucks like us to sit here and the 49ers didn't trade with us doesn't mean anything. Right. Douglas is a rookie, but he's not showing his hand.
No,
I can't believe everyone thinks Joe Douglas is showing his hand.
I think I said to you the other day, it's like poker. You got to have that poker face.
Exactly.
Smoke screens.
Exactly.
I don't believe anything until I see it happen, or we're on draft day, because it's all smoke and mirrors.
Everyone's got to connect the dot puts. Everyone's sitting there with so they're all assuming because Saleh and LaFleur coach with the 49ers. The 49ers know what we're thinking. No, it doesn't work that way. Everyone thinks because Joe Douglas came out of the Eagles system, the Eagles know what we're thinking. No, it doesn't work that. You think Joe Douglas tapped his Eagle buddy and said, "Don't trade with us. We're taking Zach." He told John Lynch, "Don't come around us. We're taking Zach." Come on.
And I think it was Lynch who said, "I never talked to the Jets. We never talked to the Jets."
Yeah, but the fact that, and even if he didn't, I trust Schefter. The man's king to me. I'll sit here and praise him all day long on what he does.
Maybe they didn't bother to talk to the Jets because everybody knows what the Jets are going to do. Yeah. I don't know. Or the package is just too rich and they didn't want to, And for all we know, the 49ers didn't want to move with the Jets to 2 because it was too rich. So they didn't need to talk to them. And for all we know, because they already got the 49ers taking the quarterback, running Garoppolo out of town, how do we know they didn't want to jump ahead of the Cincinnati Bengals and get the O-lineman to protect Garoppolo for another year or 2? Well, they claim they have no intentions of getting rid of Garoppolo. Yeah. But I wouldn't be surprised if Garoppolo winds up in New England. Yeah, everyone keeps saying that. That's the other storyline I keep. I mean, I know they re-signed Cam, but 1 year deal. Cam is Cam, you know. 1 year deal. And how about Miami? How about the how about that draft recoup yesterday? Let me tell you, what's the coach's name? Flores. Yes. If he learned something under Belichick, he learned how to manipulate the draft. That's right. I'm just gonna turn over because I didn't have it to memory. So just yesterday what the Dolphins did. So I'm gonna read it to you as I wrote it. The 49ers are gonna get the 3rd pick overall, but the Dolphins are gonna get the 12th overall,
2021 third round, 2022 first round, 2023 first round. Then they went and manipulated it, and then they traded the 12th pick over to the Eagles, and they got
to get back up. Yeah.
Yeah, got the Eagles 6th overall, and they're 156 for this year. And they're 156th. And all they had to give up was the 12th and the 123 this year and a future first rounder.
I printed this out yesterday.
Yep.
What a list of draft picks.
Yep.
It's insane.
Oh, I know. And they're going to stick. It sounds like they're going to stick with Tua Tagovailoa. God bless them. And they're going to run this out. They're going to build him a wall, and they're going to throw weapons his way.
And you know what I heard yesterday? That all this draft capital they have, they could hang on to it. Who knows how the Deshaun Watson thing is going to shake out?
Yes.
So if come next year they want to move on, they're going to have the capital to do a trade.
100% right. And speaking of next year, and I'm jumping the gun here, and I already heard all these mock draft gurus who I love. And again, I say this.
Mel Kiper.
And I say this in tongue in cheek because I do respect them. Like I said, I'm nowhere near their league. But I love how we're hearing, the Jets got to take Zach because next year's draft class is terrible. How do we know? How do we know who's going to rise next year? Because let me tell you something, Kevin. No one knew Zach Wilson last year.
That's right.
No one knew Zach Wilson last year. He plays this cupcake schedule. Listen, to Coastal Carolina, which is maybe a B team, and now he's the god of gods.
Right. And during the college season, this past season, all you heard was about Trevor and Fields. Right.
Fields. Yeah.
He was never even in the conversation.
No.
Wilson.
Never.
No.
So, but we already know that next year's quarterback draft class is a bust. We already know that. You know what? If these people know that, play the lotto. Play the lotto. And
there you go. There you
play
go.
The lotto and retire because you already know next year's draft class is a bust when it comes to quarterback.
Go pick a number.
Exactly. Because I didn't hear anyone. And listen, I believe I'm someone who watches a lot of football. My wife probably wants to throw me out of the house because I watch a little too much football. No one knew Zach Wilson. And neither did I. And
nobody.
You didn't either.
Nobody. And in the last few years, I've become a big college fan. So I watch intently.
Yeah.
He was not even in the conversation.
Exactly. And he came on it. So don't tell me if the Sam Darnold experiment doesn't work this year, there's not going to be another Zach Wilson coming out.
Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you something else. With the Wilson thing, look at Mahomes during that year. Everybody was talking about Allen and Darnold, okay? And Kansas City moved up to grab Mahomes.
Yeah.
So again, that's another one that wasn't in the conversation really, and look.
No. I'll tell you what, I didn't even know what a Mahomes was. I didn't even realize his dad played for my Mets, and I'm a Mets.
Yeah, he played for the Mets. Yeah, sure.
I didn't make the connection.
That I knew.
I didn't make the connection.
And I saw him in an interview. This was after the fact. I think it was last year. And he said he thought for sure he was going to New York.
Wow. Now listen, we picked Sam. Yeah. Well, no, that was the year we picked.
You're right.
Adams.
Yes.
Well,
Jamal.
I don't knock the Jets for that move. The Jamal Adams move was that we can't kill them for what we could kill them for is that, again, they talked one way to this kid and said another thing to the media.
That's what they do.
And they never got any dogs. To quote Jamal Adams, they never brought in dogs. Now they're bringing in the dogs.
And he kept telling, we need more dogs. We need more dogs. That's
now they're bringing in the dogs.
Well, hopefully we got a staff that knows what they're doing. Hopefully.
Let's hope. You know what? I'll be honest with you. This is just my opinion. So before the comments call me a knucklehead, which is fine, I have more faith in the staff, in the coaching than I do in Joe D. I'm gonna sit back and let Joe D ride this draft out, and then I'll make my comments in 35 days when it's all over and we see where we
I
go.
mean, last year's draft wasn't horrible.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't spectacular, but it wasn't
No.
horrible.
No.
So, and I mean, when you look at our past draft classes and the bust after bust after
Yep.
bust after bust, and the guys you passed up that got picked later and our
Yep.
stars, it's just for years we were like the worst at evaluating
Oh, I know.
talent.
Oh, I know. And we still are. We
And
still
we
are.
still are.
Still
Well, like I said, cross our fingers. Hopefully
Yeah.
that's going to change.
Like you said, to quote you, we're flipping the script, hopefully.
Yes,
Hopefully we're flipping the script.
we'll see.
You know?
We'll see.
Now, another thing that got my goat is nothing to do with the Jets. Did you watch the Mac Jones pro day
No, I did not.
from Alabama?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Enlighten me.
What I saw is a below average quarterback. He missed some throws. Who am I? Again, he didn't look like a football player, but again, neither did Brady. He just looked like he was out of shape. Maybe he shouldn't have wore all compression stuff because he just didn't look like,
Maybe he couldn't move.
yeah, he looked average to me. Like if I'm drafting, he's not in my top 10. But
Gotcha.
again, the guys that they had calling the pro day for the NFL Network are all Nick Saban, Belichick. You know, they fall in that family tree.
Yeah, all that tree. Yeah.
Everything that this kid did was gold. Was gold. I didn't think it was. I think when you overthrow receivers, even on where no one's there, it's a bad sign. I think you should be 100% accurate on these pro days. That's my opinion.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And listen, he's not my worry. We're not going to draft him.
Like we said about Wilson, you're in a perfect environment. There's nobody coming at you. There's no reason you shouldn't have a good pro day.
Yeah.
I've seen QBs on their pro day throw balls into the ground. Why?
Yeah.
Was the pressure too much?
And the funny thing is, because I wasn't impressed with Mac Jones, he'll probably turn out to be the next Tom Brady.
Of course.
Because you could work with him, mold him, and make those changes.
Hey, just Montana, Brady, all
Mhm.
late rounders. All late
Yeah.
rounders.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I thought I also heard somebody say he didn't think Mac Jones was a round 1 pick. He should be more of a day 2. But we'll see. Again, everyone has their opinion, and we know what opinions are about. We know,
yeah,
everyone has an opinion.
everybody's an expert till it
Yep.
turns out different. And then, so yeah, I never.
Yep.
No. I was in the other
Yeah.
camp. Believe me.
But let's have a little fun here with Zach Wilson.
Okay.
Is he New York ready? If he comes to the Jets and he's our guy, is he going to be able to handle the scrutiny? And believe me, there's going to be a ton of it.
Well, I'll tell you, I watched. I don't know if you saw at the end of his pro day yesterday. He did a little interview.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where he's standing at the microphone.
Yeah.
I think he's ready.
Okay.
I think he's ready.
All right.
Smart, quick, well spoken. He had that. He had like a gravitas to him. Do you know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean,
Then see, you're feeling that, but yet he wasn't the team captain. He wasn't a leader of men. You see, he
Okay.
reminds me of, and again, let me have it, the pretty boy. He comes from money.
well, first of all, he looks like he's 12.
Yeah, he looks like a Ken doll. He looks like a Ken doll. But what I'm worried about with him is that, and listen, everyone's going to talk him up. What's he have here? And I'm not saying because he comes from that, he can't have the fighting spirit. He comes from money.
Remember, that's what was Josh Rosen's deal. That's what.
Yeah. I mean, I read from some reporter that when things weren't going right, his mother and father made a stink about it. So
Really?
so when Jet fans get on him and the reporters start getting on him, is mommy and daddy going to be
And
upset and make us think about it?
and you know that's going to happen. This is a rough
Exactly.
town. This is a rough town.
Exactly. And his
If-
father couldn't handle that when he was in college. What's he going to do when he's in the pros and that's happening?
If you can win in New York, you're a king.
Agree.
If you struggle and you lose and you're not living up to the hype, man, they're gonna throw you under the bus and run you out of town.
And I'm saying, if he was getting knocked for certain things and his parents were jumping in, what's going to happen here? What's going to happen here? You know what? His uncle is the founder of JetBlue. Let him buy a team and make Zach the quarterback. That's what just worries me about Zach here. You know, I heard Mark Sanchez say they got to get rid of Sam Darnold because if he plays this year and has a 3-and-out, they're going to boo him. So what? The man has been through more stuff. Let me just finish this comment. This man has been under more stuff over 3 years, and he hasn't said boo. And his parents, if I'm his father, I'm looking to tear people's heads up, and you haven't heard his parents. Yet Zach Wilson in college, his parents were griping about stuff.
And I don't know whether you saw or read the story about how Joe Douglas told Darnold's parents,
exactly,
don't worry, I'm going to take care of him. I'm going to get him protection. I'm going to get him weapons. Don't you worry none.
Yeah.
And look, they're ready to run him out of town.
Yeah. No, I know. But again,
so that's why I don't believe anything.
Exactly.
I don't believe the talk. I don't believe the smoke screens. I don't believe anything till we get to draft day and see what happens.
That's right. Me and you are just two guys who are talking like everyone else. What
That's
I
right.
don't like is that when everyone assumes they know, like everyone's got Zach Wilson at number 2. Now I'm hearing, well, the draft starts at 3 now. Okay, fine. The draft starts at 3. And Mike Tannenbaum, this is why you're not a GM, Mike. With the draft shoot, with the you're on ESPN telling people what the trade's like, what's going to happen. Mike, you know just what we know, very little.
Well, it's like on the cover of the back cover today.
Yeah.
All signs point to Gang Green taking him at number 2.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Just because. I mean, I know like when I watched the pro day yesterday, all you heard the commentator saying, well, Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh are going to sleep well tonight. And
they're going to have a good meal.
Yeah, they're happy today.
Yeah.
Well, that's if they take them.
Exactly.
So.
Well, let's see how Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh's belly is in 150 days from now when we're like, 0-4 and the Jet fans and Sam Darnold is somewhere and he's 2-2 or 3-1.
Tearing it up in Carolina with Robbie Anderson again.
Yeah, which is Carolina now is coming out as the strong name to flip-flop with the Jets.
Absolutely, because I'm telling you, watch for Darnold in Carolina.
You're probably right.
Yeah. I heard Chicago. I heard a couple of things. And I mean, now that originally you heard 49ers.
Yes.
But now that they moved up to 3, that's not happening.
Yeah.
I mean,
no.
Like I said, they're saying that they moved up to 3 to get Trey Lance.
Yeah. Okay, we'll see. Yeah, because they want him to sit a year or 2 behind Garoppolo and learn the system, which makes sense.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Well, like I said, before we got on screen, me and you spoke, and I said, if they trade Zach Wilson, I won't be happy, but I'm going to root for the kid. He's on my team now. I'm not going to, after 45 years, change allegiance and go to another team. I'm going to root for the kid, but I'm telling you, unless they build this wall and protect this kid,
doesn't matter.
Fans, we're going to be having the same gripe, and in 2 years, 3 years from now, we're going to be looking at who's the next quarterback.
Well, it's like I said, it's like a revolving door with the linemen. It's the same way with the QBs, and it's the same way with the coaches.
Yeah. It's like a revolving door of stupidity.
I mean, when we hired Gase, I said to myself, in 3 years, I mean, it wound up being 2, but I said in 3 years, we're going to be in the same spot. We're going to be looking for another coach. Who knows if the GM's going to survive? We'll be doing it all over again. So hopefully, with this combination we got now, we're good for a few
Yeah,
years.
let's hope.
We hope.
Yeah,
We hope.
let's hope.
And I mean, that's all we got is hope as Jet fans, right?
No, exactly. And listen, we'll be sitting here next week because we'll have the Justin Fields Pro Day and we'll have another discussion. And I'm sure there might be another draft move. Maybe the Falcons move up to one, or well, not one, but they move up, or they do something, and it'll be another whole talk. We'll see. It'll be fun. I'm enjoying this. I like this.
Absolutely. And next week we'll as we get into April, it'll be April 3rd actually.
Yep.
We'll be getting heavily into the draft because here we go.
Well, what's good about April 3rd, we'll have more discussion, maybe a few more trades, few more draft signings. We'll know what Fields looks like and all the talk about that. And then 3 weeks from there, we'll be sitting here discussing what the Jets did from rounds 1, 2, and 3 and getting ready for 4, 5, and 6. And it'll be fun. And see if we have Broadway Zach.
Yeah.
Broadway Zach.
Broadway Zach.
Avenue. Here we come. I'm gonna get it tattooed like
Rex did.
Zach's Fifth Avenue. Here we come.
Again, I like that. Zach's Fifth.
Very nice. We got to copyright that.
Shirts. That I can see shirts now.
There we go. Let's do this. All right, brother. This was fun.
Yep. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Episode number 2. Like I said, next Saturday, April 3rd. Draft, baby. It's all about the draft.
Yeah. All right, Jet Nation. Stay tuned next week. We'll be doing this again. Hope you enjoyed.
See you later, Jet Nation. Stay heavy. That's another term. All right, you guys. I'll see you later. Have a good one, buddy.
All right, you too.